Okay, in this video, we are going to get those waste products to the outside of the body, and we're going to talk about how we control them because we're going to learn about structures related to the anal canal. So in order to, what you have to understand is like the anus, you're opening to the outside, that very last part. We've got some stratified squamous epithelium going on now. That's your anus, okay? And so what I have for pictures for you, on the right-hand side, that's a digestive system model. On the left-hand side, those are reproductive system models, because at this point on, we have digestive, we have urinary, we have male and female reproductive systems. They're all sharing the same space. So you can see digestive and blood vessel structures on all of them, and you can see urinary related structures on the reproductive ones, and sometimes you can see reproductive ones on the urinary. So like, don't just be memorizing that one model. Oh, that model is only for this. I don't have to look what else is on it. So have some curiosity and look and see. Once you learn other organ systems, go back to those earlier pictures and see what you can see that they are related to. So in case you didn't figure it out, the one on top is the male. The penis was usually a dead giveaway, and that makes the one on the bottom a female. And so the arrows are pointing right to the opening of the anus or the anal canal. So surrounding the anus, we have some muscles. So if this is the anus, I'll put it this way. So here's the anus down there. We actually have a couple of different sphincters, and these sphincters are going to be circular. So around the anus, we are going to have a round sphincter going around it like that. And then we're going to have a second round sphincter going around it, so that you will have an inner one and an outer one. So that inner sphincter, to find the inner sphincter, you find the rectum to the anus, and it's the innermost muscle layer, and that's going to be called the internal anal sphincter. So if you look on the male model, find the muscle going around the outside of the rectum, that is the internal anal sphincter. Same thing on the female, find the inner one, internal anal sphincter. Now, yes, it looks like it's two because it has been cut like this, so you're seeing it on this side and seeing it on that side, but it is circular, going completely around it, okay? So it goes around it like this, but when you cut it, you just see the two sides going on. So if that's the internal anal sphincter, I know by this point in the class, you know exactly what the outer one is called. That's right, the external anal sphincter. All right. So this one might be a little bit tricky, because remember how I said it just goes around it like a circle? So let's look at this big model on the right. And you're going, oh, Dr. Powell, I see 3 layers going there. I go, this is correct. But the internal one is the internal one. There's no question about that one, because you can see it coming down from the rectum into the anal area. This second layer, do you see how it's going up and going out at an angle? Okay, did I say anything about this thing going up and out at an angle? No, so it can't be that external anal sphincter, which means that the one that the arrows are pointing to, that's the external anal sphincter. Same thing on the male model. You can see the internal anal sphincter. It's not, the external is not going to be this thing here looking at the floor, the bottom of the pelvis. It's going to be this big thing out there on each side. Internal anal sphincter, external anal sphincter, internal anal sphincter, external anal sphincter. All right. But we are going to learn what that third muscle is. That third muscle actually is a whole bunch of different muscles whose names we're not going to learn. We are just going to call them all the same thing. And what they do is they kind of form this sling in the bottom of the pelvis that pulls everything up. Okay. And so we call it the levator, as in elevates, ani, as in anus, okay? So if you see it surrounding the rectum and anus, it will be between the internal and external anal sphincters, and it will go out at an angle. Now, you may or may not see it there between the internal and external anal sphincters, like for instance, on these reproductive models. You do not see it between the 2 layers because this is a reproductive model. They don't have to make the anus anatomically correct. Okay, so they, cheap model, you leave out some details. However, they had to show the floor of the pelvis because that's super important. And so it's going to be this part right here, the levator ani, and you can see that it's actually going to go all the way across here. Same thing on the male, right there, levator ani. And with that, we are done with the anal structures. We have made the entire pathway from food entering in the mouth to debris of waste products exiting at the anus. We, however, are not done with the digestive system because we have to do some accessory organs and then talk some more detail about the accessory organs and blood vessels. So thank you so much for your concentration and sticking with this. Take a short break and I will come back and see you as we start exploring. I think next are the accessory organs.